Hey, it's the lunatic from the woods here, out here in the middle of the trees, having a good time. Nice, cool, windy, 50-degree day here. So yeah, what I'm going to talk a little bit about is like semen retention and like lust and edging. So for any of the young men that finally got away from all that, the PMO stuff on the gross physical level, like where you're watching dirty stuff on the internet that you're not supposed to, and you're playing with yourself. So now when you stop, you realize that the lusting and the edging is just out of control and you don't know what to do about it. There's a couple things that you could do about it, do with that. You can start journal writing. I'll leave a link to a semen retention journal up there. You could pray to God, for assistance, to send you some help. And then you can introspect. You could look at things. Just be conscious of what you're looking at. Be conscious of what you're taking in. All that stuff plays an effect. Like, if you're watching TV or you're watching stuff on the phone, like that's going to get in your subconscious and it could really wreak some havoc. So pay attention to all the little subtle things. You're on a more subtle level. You're on a much more subtle level now. You're not on this gross physical level. And that'll eventually fade away into the background. I know it has for me. Over time, like if you're on this practice for a long time, it's gonna eventually fade into the background. So yeah, what you don't want is I'll talk a little bit about semen retention. When you're like constantly releasing to like dirty stuff on the internet and stuff, you're idolizing women. You're looking at them like they're something better than you. So I mean it's just gonna bring in all kinds of like manipulation and everything. Like if you do find a woman, she's going to manipulate the hell out of you and abuse the hell out of you. Like that's just the way it is. It's just the way things work. Like I've seen that happen to plenty of men who just had no self-discipline, who idolized women. Eventually, if you're on this practice long enough, you're going to look at another woman just as another person, just as she is. You don't have any of these preconceived notions, and that's what you're trying to get away from. You want to get away from the preconceived notions. So yeah, like women are just going to disrespect you. Even if you do find a woman, a lot of guys in that position, they can't even find women. But for the few guys that can actually find a woman, like, do you think that woman is going to have any respect for you at all? No, like, of course not. You don't respect yourself. You're releasing to stuff that you shouldn't be watching on the internet. So that's just the way things are. Like, I mean, if you're constantly, they're going to find out a couple things that, because women are very intuitive like that can trick you up, to manipulate you. They're going to find they're going to find your weaknesses. And most guys' weaknesses are not that hard to find. It's sex. That's it. So you don't think they're going to use that for their advantage, to get stuff, to get money, to get you to do things for? Of course they are. Of course they are. So yeah, I mean, just stay on the path. Things will eventually get more and more subtle. And if you're on the path long enough, you start to develop like a better connection with God, because that's where you're at. You're in the lusting phase. You broke that gross physical level. You're pulling yourself out of hell. Congratulations for the guys that made it to the next level, because you're next level shit right now. That's what you are. Just don't give in. Just keep going with it. It's definitely worth it. You're definitely going to be more intuitive. You're definitely going to be a stronger person. You're definitely gonna, see more in people. You're gonna see all these little subtle ways that people are trying to manipulate you. And it's not just women. Like, people just manipulate each other. It's not like a knock on women. That's not what I'm doing. It's not like I'm looking at myself as I'm better than women. I look at them as the same. They're just another person. All that over-sexualized stuff, I kind of laugh at it. Like, it looks weird to you after a while. It looks funny. You're seeing through the illusion. So yeah, just sit with those thoughts for a little bit. Get on the journey. Like, comment, and subscribe. You subscribe, you get a picture of that sun. I got little coffee cups. You guys want to chill with a little cup of coffee or tea, whatever you prefer. So yeah, I got a little shop with cool stuff in it. Check that out. I'll leave a link to a semen retention journal in the comments. I feel like that could be very helpful, especially if you feel like you're going to relapse or something and just get sucked back into hell. You don't want to get sucked back into hell. You want to get closer to God. You'll be a much stronger person, and you'll be closer to God, and you'll be much happier. You guys have a blessed day, and that's all I have.